is Wednesday, so that makes it a cardio day. And I was going to do a spin workout, but I think I way overdid lunges yesterday, and I have very sore muscles, and I think that might be overdoing it just a little bit for me. So I am actually going to just do the treadmill today. And then I also do have the yoga class that I signed up for tonight. And I went to it yesterday morning, and it was a lot of stretching. So it wasn't like super intense, and so I'm pretty sure it'll actually feel good for my sore muscles. So I'm still planning on doing that too. So I'm going to get on the treadmill, and with my knees, I can't go super fast. So what I do is I just raise the incline to help get my heart rate up and kind of get some of that interval work in. Today, I am having a little bit of a rough road, I guess I'll call it, physically. Nothing really severe, nothing as day altering as a migraine. But it started out this morning with waking up with my ear like throbbing and it's red. So, I mean, I haven't really had any difficulty or pain from my doth piercing. And so I got worried that it might be infected. They're both hurting more than they did initially. The right one is really bad. And so I had to go in and have that checked out. It is not an infection. It is likely, what he explained to me is when it first gets done, there's swelling in there that kind of holds everything tight in place. And now that the swelling is going out, putting a mask on a couple times a day, pulling on my, and even just touching this hurts. And I, I'm old and I can't see things. And so probably 60 times a day, these things get put on, and they weren't tender, so I probably wasn't being as gentle as I needed to be. So, and then the other thing is sleeping. And to be honest, there really wasn't enough pain to keep me from laying on my ear. But I was aware of it and I kind of babied it a little bit. Well, he thinks that probably I did something in my sleep, especially because it's also been very itchy. So I think it's just all that healing process. And so I probably, even in my sleep, put my finger in there and did something to it. So who knows? But anyway, to have, I did it so I wouldn't have migraine pain, and I haven't. And this has not been nearly as debilitating as having a migraine would be. So, it's just going to probably be a couple days before this tenderness goes away. And I'm going to try to go back to remembering and babying them a little bit more. But he just said the earrings are loose, and so they're moving around a lot. And that's just causing additional irritation to a site that isn't 100% healed yet. So, and then, sorry about the digestive overshare. But that's been a real issue. It's been six days, and it's starting to affect my appetite. I'm struggling to eat, packing anything more in when things are not exiting is not working well. I have a lot of nausea. I feel very bloated and full, and so the good news is that I was hungry for dinner tonight, so that means that something has budged, and so I was able to eat a little more tonight, but I'm really hoping that something good happens soon. And then you see from the pictures what happens when I think I should walk for my exercise. And then because I thought, well, getting my 10,000 steps in today with exercise is going to kind of be cheating, because usually I exercise and I do the 10,000 steps separate of that. I had gotten myself up to 13,000 steps when I realized I was limping. I'm like, oh. So I've got some achiness in my right knee, and my left knee is swollen. So I've now paid for doing that. Usually, just kind of taking care of it for a day or two and icing it helps. And then if if the swelling isn't down and it's not feeling better in a day or two, then I'll probably have to start adding in some ibuprofen. Depending on how much this is throbbing tonight, I may be going to that anyway. I already take medication that is that sort of that class for my degenerative joint disease. So I try to like not, stack it on top of it. I try to do other things besides taking more medicine. I have some CBD lotion to put on it, and sometimes that's helpful too. So I'm just going to kind of do all the things that I know help take the inflammation out of that. I missed the yoga class. I did have to let her know that I wasn't going to be able to come because it was definitely swollen and the pain was bad enough that my body was telling me, knock it off. So I and that ended up being okay, because then I went into the place where I got my ears pierced to have them check out my ears to make sure it wasn't infected. So that's what I spent my evening doing. And I did okay with the managing stress, depression, negative self-talk. I was trying to get olives out of the can tonight to put on the low carb nachos, and I'm going to do it again right in front of you. I don't know why I'm so stupid sometimes. I sliced my knuckle open because I was like trying to dig in there and pull some out, and so like I've bled through 3 Band-Aids now, and it kind of became oh my God, if you weren't so dumb and stuck your meaty hand in there, I could have just dumped them out. So I caught myself doing it and was like, it's not that. I didn't really, it was a pop top one. I guess I didn't realize that the edge, if I would have like opened it myself, I would have known that the edge would be jaggedy and not to stick my hand in it. But turns out you shouldn't stick your hand in cans that are pop tops too. So lesson learned for the day. And then I'm actually doing really well with the depression component of it, because usually a big key to that, a big trigger for that is like the fact that I had to not go to the yoga class tonight when I wanted to, is it upsets me, and I feel pouty about, there's probably a better word to use, but I kind of get on that pity pot. I struggle with that every now and then. So anyway, all that being said, I'm doing pretty good with that tonight. I'm kind of rolling with I really think if it was just the ears or just the tummy or just the knee, I probably would not be as feeling awful, but because it's kind of those 3 things, I'm looking forward to bedtime, and I'm really hoping I can get some rest tonight. So I did forget to tell you that I didn't log yesterday either. I got all my water in, but I didn't log. And then today, I did log for today, and I did get my water in. I thought that I would get around to logging for yesterday, and because of the restaurant that we went to, the winery, I really couldn't figure out. So yeah, I gave up. So I will see you tomorrow. Here's hoping that the aches and pains and issues are less.